scar. It's for like content.
No.
There was a girl and she had a scar on her face and she lied about it and everyone knew it was fake because it kept like kind of moving slightly.
On different sides of the internet. I've been seeing Skibbity Toilet and...
Oh, that's because you said that last time, Skippity Toilet. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Skippity Toilet.
Skibbity Toilet. Skibbity Toilet, Phantom Tax, Riz, Party, Rizzler,
Party.
Cat.
Yeah.
Oh! Ah! Oh my god, Shane looks in the mirror.
I wonder why.
Oh, we're taking a shower, huh?
I will.
We're getting hot and steamy over here. Who's in there? Maybe I should do this.
Shave your head.
Just like Shane. Although I've said this 57 times in this show.
His hairline.
His hairline's just too good. Mine is not that good.
Herschel have electricity then? Not looking at the telly like.
He has the generator. Jeremy has the generator.
Okay, fair. In fairness, still looks cool as fuck, so he's
Cool as
okay,
fuck,
like.
yeah. That's how I'd be looking in the mirror before going to work.
Yourself in the zone.
It's our boy right there. Villanera.
It was legendary.
It was
Did you
legendary.
ever hear about the time Shane stole Kingsley's car? Yeah. Fool's car.
Oh, this is so funny.
Shane stole the principal's car. He's so bad.
Lunch, Kingsley's Hyundai.
Hyundai, he says. Hear that shit?
Right.
I'd want to be friends with Shane.
So he pulls it in.
But then he'd have to be friends with Rick as well.
Yeah, but remember he was always having like sex with teachers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you get the goss.
High school legend.
When to finish his sandwich before the bell.
Legend.
His sandwich.
Bell
Yeah.
rang. Principal Kingsley, your coop's gone.
Classic line from Shane.
Coop like chicken coop.
He has to explain.
Coop, like.
No one else laughed, so you have to like explain it further.
Did Laurie go to school with them?
Shane's gonna make it better.
Oh, I don't
The
know.
doctor needs. He'll make it better.
Maybe she's from out of town. I think he specifically started saying like Coral because there's Carol, and it was too confusing.
Because her Carol
Gotta keep your strength up.
and Carl. Carl and Carol. Our accent doesn't distinguish between the two names very well. So.
Yeah, like, I bet people get pissed how we say Daryl. It's Daryl.
Or there's one time you said Laurie instead of Laurie.
Did I?
Yeah, I know.
Laurel or Yanni?
Yeah.
Is that what the is the dress green or blue or gold? Oh, he's eating a sandwich, a Sam.
Ham.
Maybe some PB and J like they eat over in America.
Yeah, I suppose he wouldn't have ham because
Yeah,
they're pigs.
keeping everybody up playing with that fucking gun.
I think it's more the one crying in the bed that's keeping Daryl up.
She has an excuse though. She's just being
Christ, Andrew's not crying. Over Amy or something.
yeah. That RV smells crazy. Get out of here.
I'm coming too.
Ah,
I think that's a good idea right now.
fuck off.
So try to be cool like Daryl, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
She's doing that walk again.
Yeah. In front of Dale again, by the
Yeah.
way.
How embarrassing would it be if he missed?
I know. Miss all three especially.
Get up, will you? Get up. Go up. What a great shooter. Honestly. That's like me on Counter-Strike. I just don't miss. I'd be popping heads just like Shane for real. Genius. Shoot it. You made it fall over into the other one. Genius.
I think something like broke in the bag that they needed. When it landed.
Yeah.
It'd be very unfortunate.
Like he had some like crackers in there or something and like they're broken. It'd be really unfortunate if he like hurt his leg or something in some sort of
Oh
way.
my goodness.
It was the walker's fault. It wasn't just Shane being
It wasn't
silly.
Shane being.
We're past this kind of stuff, aren't we? Having to be considerate.
Yeah, just go in and put your feet up on the table.
Gate up the road when you drove in?
Oof.
Come on inside, I'll make you something to eat.
She's gonna make him like the whitest meal ever, like just plain Jane fucking unseasoned chicken and potatoes or something like.
Or a sandwich.
Sam. There's just some Sam.
You got that look on your face, same as everybody else.
hell's wrong with you people?
But Andrea always has a face on her like a slapped arse anyway.
She
So
does. It's not no surprise.
Went straight into the kitchen, made myself a sandwich.
they're loving sandwiches in this
Which to
episode.
wear. Except my ass, which is something awful.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that is a terrible story.
Making fun of him.
Yeah.
We have a
I
child.
think there's like an ASMR on YouTube of like the ambience of Herschel's house. I really feel like there should
Walking
be.
Dead ASMR.
Yeah.
Ends up just another animal who doesn't know anything except survival. If he
That's what life is anyway, without walkers. Because you're fighting for survival to pay your rent and pay your bills and put food on the table.
Yeah.
It's just a different way.
another way.
We're all dying, Laurie.
Jenner offered us a way out. You asked him to let us keep trying.
Uh-huh.
Begged him for
Yeah.
as long as we
Fucking
can.
tell her.
Said what she
And remember when he said it's only a matter of time for all my loved ones die, and everyone was like, "What the fuck, Rick?"
Yeah. She was like, was it her? Was like, you actually said that?
Yeah,
Tell her
I
something.
think it was Shane
And
actually.
then I
Yeah,
She was all like,
I realized she didn't have to see me.
Another moment of Laurie contradicting herself.
"Yeah."
But Jackie doesn't. Not anymore. And then
Great. How about this, Laurie? Then how about you just walk out into a horde?
Yeah, you go
How
on.
about that?
Do
Save
all,
us all
do
some
us all a
fucking
favor,
time.
yeah.
Go do it then, Laurie. Go on.
Huh?
If it's so fucking great, there we go.
Back with Shane.
This is what we came for.
This is what you came for.
That is the song, isn't it?
Everybody's kissing her.
Fucking Love Island ass song. Go on.
Oh.
Oh yes, I was worried we'd go back to Rick and his
Yeah, it's just
silly little problems.
just because this used to be on telly here, so it was obviously
Oh!
that was cool. So they have no bullets left now.
Not in the shotty and the rifle.
Oh, yes, is
What's this like?
they're sat in the hallway. Adam, don't you do this all the time? You don't ever do it, but you're gonna start doing it now because Rick Grimes did it.
Yeah.
Guys, like, is the zombie apocalypse over?
It's Herschel. Herschel in his house.
Oh my god, he just died.
He's seen something behind. There's a fly on the wall or something.
Fly on the wall.
Oh, he's tweaking. You ever had to wake up for work and you're just not in the mood for it and you do that?
Yeah. Have a little tantrum before you get up.
Yeah.
Then you just get up and walk out like nothing happened
Yeah.
afterwards.
Or you just sit at dead near your bed. Just like,
Yeah.
how did they not see them there before they leaned up?
Very true.
Fear.
Is that the same tent or another one?
No. This is the one where they find the guy hanging.
Oh, yeah.
Got bit, world went to shit.
Might as well quit. No. Got bit, fever hit, work on the shit, might as well quit or something.
Got bit, fever hit, world gone to shit, might as well quit.
I thought we were changing the subject.
Call that payback for laughing about my itchy ass.
That's like not the grossest thing I feel like they've seen.
Yeah.
Like, what is she getting sick for?
I'd be getting more freaked out about T-Dog's arm that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting sick a minute ago now, she's getting all up close to it.
Yeah. Probably smelling it
Yeah.
from there.
This girl's problem.
Yeah.
Question.
You tell her. You gotta keep whinging all the fucking time, Andrea?
Yeah.
If it's just a habit.
Oh, there's plenty of habits you have, bad ones.
Great answer.
Imagine he missed. How embarrassing that would have been.
Waste of an arrow.
If you see anything, call out.
Where is he going?
I'm not going
Or shit.
Do you reckon, Adam?
Yeah. Like, oof! Uh.
See, I wish I had a porch that we could like sit on like
Yeah.
that. That'd be cool.
This is my first try.
We don't even have nice chairs like that.
Mm.
I think. You think God exists?
No.
I always took it on faith.
Doom, doom,
Lately,
doom,
I've wondered.
doom, doom.
Gotta have faith.
Gotta be there like, just, like come here often or like get a burger sometime or something like that or like
Go to the movies or
yeah. Wanna like go to the chemist sometime maybe and like
It's weird though, because there's obviously like they both like each other from the get go.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was
But
like
she
that.
plays all like hard to get.
Yeah.
We're standing there in the woods.
Woods.
And we've
This
seen
is another
something
filler
like
episode,
that.
isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like 2 filler episodes in a season so far. This is meant to be the best.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, where's Shane at? Like,
Yeah, I don't give a shit about Carl lying around doing nothing for nobody. Let's get back to the action.
they've had like 4 conversations like this with Laurie and
Yeah.
Shane, and I really don't care. Or Laurie and Rick. Pardon me. I hate watching this. I hate it. It makes me so sad.
Shane did the correct thing here.
I know he had no other option, but it upsets me so much.
But this is what you got to do to survive. Shane was too ahead of his time for everybody else.
But can you imagine being Otis in this situation? I'd be so upset. I'm so upset for him because he just wanted to help, so it's really upsetting.
Come on, back to Shane. No!
Yeah, we get it. He's still unconscious, guys. Okay, we haven't got the stuff yet. Rick was right in letting her make the choice because if he
Yeah.
would, it would have been wrong regardless. of
Everything's
what
her fault anyway, so it's
Yeah.
all good.
he did. Oh my god, Vamp.
Imagine she like put it on her head and was like, "Look at my funny hat." A bit of comic relief, relieve tension.
You may want to step out.
Laurie would probably shoot her.
Yeah. Rick would probably find it funny. It's the car.
Coming in clutch.
Let's go, Shane. Very bit wise of Herschel now, saying you staying here with him. He didn't want her going out. Maybe
Yeah.
because of Otis.
It's our boy. Do you know what? John Bernthal? I know he's our favourite and we glaze the fuck out of him, but he is just the best actor in this show.
He's so good.
He's so talented. He's just the best actor, not even so far, but the whole series.
Yeah.
Nobody does what he does. See, Carol thought that they were going to come back to Sophia.
It's like realistically, what
God.
did she think was going to happen?
Dale's just delighted Andrew's there. Like,
Yeah, didn't give a shit about Daryl.
look at him. Creep. People on TikTok are going to go mad at me for that. Dale just really cares. Like, the amount of bullshit people be coming up with in our comments.
Give you this.
What is it?
I care about you. So I made a choice for you. Choices.
I made you a mixed
I know
CD.
my identity.
I wouldn't be giving her that now, not just because of the whole
But
I
can-
care.
can
She could just
still
kill
ask
anybody right now
if
by
She's just a
accident. Like,
dumbass,
yeah.
yeah.
you guilty or
Man, she
put
took it
me
from
ahead
him.
of you, but I
Thanks,
think
Dale.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
She doesn't know how to use it. And
Yeah.
she could have said thank
Forget
you
me
also.
for-
He's running his farm since before my mother died.
Wasn't running it very fast then. That's why he's fucking not here now. Look, there's pictures
oh
of
my
him
God,
there. Look,
Emily Kinney, look.
there she. Oh no, she has appeared.
She's appeared in the background, but where is she right now?
Yeah.
The bed or something like?
Oh, first time we've seen Maggie's crying face.
But it wasn't even that bad.
Oh yeah, it goes crazy sometimes.
Amazing.
Ah! Delighted with himself.
Right, Rick.
Where was that other hand going there?
I don't have words.
Oh! Change your tune now.
How did I tell Patricia about Otis?
Yeah,
Yeah, Laurie, don't be so fucking selfish.
there, yeah. Wipe the fucking smile off your face.
That was weird.
What do you think? She would have been a bit like. What's, her. Like the surgery finished,
Oh,
Herschel
yeah.
had time to go out. When you think she would have been going around like, you don't hear or see him, like,
That's true, actually, yeah.
where is that fella?
Stay.
Oh, she's really changing her tune.
How do actors like close their eyes, pretend to be asleep? Without, like, you know, if I pretend to close my eyes, they shake because I'm not actually asleep.
No, I wouldn't.
But I had it.
You
No, but like mine,
Just close your eyes
it's not doing it right now.
and don't start moving your eyes around.
But what? Oh, maybe that's why. 'Cause sometimes I've tried it before, and my eyes like
Yeah.
shake a lot, and I'm like, why can't I do it?
But like, I know from like doing scenes that like when you have to do something like that and hold still and all, you do kick into another gear and just be like,
They won't fit well. They were
and you just block everything out and you stick to it. It's really weird. You like lock in.
You're not like, oh my god, my nose is itchy right now. But look, he has a cut in his arm as well. Oh look, we get a Shane shower scene again.
Put the camera down. Put the camera down. That's what John Bernthal sees when he sees himself in the mirror. That
Oh,
perspective, like the
yeah.
flipped. Look at that. Oh, what a shot. I love that. See, this is the thing. Rick would have never done this.
No.
And that would mean no Carl getting saved. You know? Even if he shaves his head, there's still going to be a chunk taken from the scalp, you know?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I hate this. I hate it.
Oh, it's his confused face.
Yes,
But
man.
that makes you feel really sad,
It
huh?
does. Sorry, I'm an empath, okay?
Do you know what I am? A survivor.
Look.
I'm a survivor.
No, that's not fair, man.
Rick wouldn't have done this. Shane did it. Did what he had to do to survive. He did what he had to do to save Carl. I've said it many, many times. He was just ahead of the curve.
Right, we get it, he's dead. Can we like move on? I don't like this.
I wonder how quickly he'd survive screaming there, like, or will he just die? Like,
It would probably be a very slow death.
probably have a heart attack first. Fucking hair everywhere. Gotta clean that sink.
But I still don't hate Shane. Like that trend. Shane, they can never make me hate you.
Yeah.
That's me with Shane, even though I'm very upset with him.
I've seen people say, the way I'm going on these episodes, I like really want to shave my head or something. But I've seen people say that as a man, every man should at least shave their head one time, just one time.
I think you missed your opportunity during COVID though.
No, but I had my best haircuts during COVID.
Yeah, no, true.
For shizzle, I had my best haircuts during COVID. Our recording, we should be done by 4. Do you think I should edit this tonight, get it out of the way, and then stream, or should I enjoy some games before I go back to work?
Me personally, I would enjoy games before I go back to work.
But I have the stream anyway. I'm playing that fucking Cyberpunk shit.
Oh, but you're editing regardless.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like if I edit tonight, it's done, and then I'll be streaming anyway. Whereas if I don't edit tonight, I'm going to have to edit after work some evening, which is going to take up the whole evening.
Yeah, and it's not a nice feeling. Like you'd be dreading coming home from work because you have to edit.
Oh, I never dread coming home from work, let me tell you that.
What things for dinner?
Oh, I hope something delicious.
What?
Oh my god, we know Laurie
Panic.
puts a face on. Okay, here we go. I'll do better.
Some cows. You know.
Best appearance.
Oh my! And look at Shane's fit. Amazing.
That is amazing, actually.
There's the gang.
It's stinking.
Look, it's Shane's car. Oh my god.
Who's driving it on here? Well, looks like he's in disbelief.
He's in this piece because someone's driving his car.
And this is true.
Is it Andrew as well? I wouldn't be having that.
She's getting too comfortable in that car, I think.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Baby, I'm 5.
Sophia. Is she okay?
That's so cringe from him to say that. He's wearing the fucking uniform
That's what I'm
again.
saying. She's changed into a fresh shirt we've never seen before.
I think maybe he has multiple ones. I'm surprised we haven't got a comment on TikTok of that.
I know, right?
he has more shirts.
But why would he have more than one? Maybe his undershirt, yes, but that other shirt, no. You know what else about Herschel's garden? Imagine a game of football in his garden.
Oh,
Yeah.
so good.
It's so big.
Or like a barbecue.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Accident.
Isn't it crazy? Sophia's just there. Over in the
She's
barn.
like over there, yeah.
Crazy how Shane came up with such a shit lie. He
Because
came
the-
back with Rick's pistol.
He came back with the gun, and that's how Daryl figured it out.
Oh, too. It was Otis.
You think he knows there?
He's like,
The way he was
my
looking
gun
at him.
back. Yeah.
He saved us both.
Look at
Especially, yeah. Because Daryl definitely knows.
Yeah, she's the one who says it.
But you think Shane was kind of like,
And he did that for Ed Meany.
especially when he's like, oh, I saved Carl. He was kind of like, yeah, he did what he had to do kind of thing, but he still did it. Kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. But I think Shane at all of it, shit, I fucked up my story because I said about the
Yeah.
gun. Yeah.
County survey
This is the
map
look.
shows terrain.
This is the look, no?
I hate to be the one to ask, but somebody's got to. What happens if we find her and she's bit? I think we should all be clear on how we.
Always thinking ahead.
You do what has to be done.
And her mother, what do you tell her? The truth.
I'll gather and secure all the weapons. Make sure no one's carrying toward a practice.
Oh, there it is!
See what I would like? Ooh.
They know she's in the
Like,
barn.
Why would he nod his head? No, they're
Yeah.
telling the mother the truth. They know she's in there.
Yeah,
100%.
they know Sophia is in the barn.
It was literally what tell the mother the truth. What we tell her the truth, and then he looked at her and went and nodded his head. No.
Yeah.
100%. They know she's in there.
It's Glenn, our go-to-town expert.
He's going to town, all right.
Police
Jesus. See, you know, Shane, keep it simple. Police hat,
hat. Yeah. No cowboy hat in around.
no uniform.
Nope.
the big revolver and the hat. Rick thinks he's Arthur Morgan.
Do you mean it?
He does. He really does.
Hey, you're fast on your feet and know how to get in and out.
Oh,
What kind of pharmacy run you in?
so he is.
I think she still loves him, but because Rick is back, it's kind of awkward. Or was it just kind of like a filled the void for her because Rick was dead?
I don't think so. She was, her and Rick were going through a rough time before it all kicked off.
So you think she actually does love Shane?
Miss, what's the water situation here?
Fuck off. She doesn't want you, Dale.
Can't be. This guy's cleaning these guns every day. They cannot be getting that
They
dirty.
don't even use them that much.
Fucking delighted with herself.
Halfway, Andrea. That's it. Wonder what's in that barn over there. Maybe some hay?
Yeah. See the way we sat there. I wish that was me.
Yeah, no, right.
Chilling and shit.
You okay on your own? We got a base. We can get this search
Starts like
properly
slapping the base. So.
You got a point? Or we just chatting? Let's off the hook.
So I gotta start saying that to people. You got a point, or we just chatting?
We just chat.
More space. Set up over by the barn.
Oh, I thought Herschel had the.
Oh, don't go by the barn.
For that.
Herschel just standing on some business.
Hello, farmer's daughter.
Damn right.
You know what's funny about that? Oh my gosh. That was a jump scare.
Buzzkill.
What is it?
Kind of missing the point of the whole discreet thing, Glenn.
Oh,
How's he supposed to know what it is to find it?
Yeah.
Think about that stuff I said.
What stuff?
Uh,
I couldn't get a word out of you all day.
bit of bantering.
Cheeky wink now, that's all he's missing. What's the give out about Dale? He does discover things that need to be discovered
But-
sometimes.
He's just standing there, and now he runs over. But you know what, right?
Like we got us.
Even still, do you know the way they try and get it out without contaminating the water?
I still wouldn't be drinking that.
I'm not drinking that shit. Even if.
No.
Why not? It's a good plan.
Maggie wants to put it in the barn.
Yeah.
Rick, take a moment. Come look.
Look at that.
That just looks like where we live.
It.
Kind
Oh,
of.
then like yeah, it
That's
does
something,
actually.
isn't it? Homa, yet you came out of it somehow. You did not feel God's hand in yours?
No, it was probably a doctor.
Yeah, Herschel. Yeah, and all that chaos that is the world, having dead things walking around. You think the
Yeah.
God exists when that's happening?
What is that?
Spam.
That's gross.
Right. There's a reason the dead didn't come back to life and start raiding our cupboards.
We need love.
She trying to make a joke there?
Yeah, it didn't. I remember.
Smiley.
I think we should set Andrew down. I think
Yeah.
that'd be better.
Laura,
No.
you're probably weak as fuck. Let's put you down there.
Like no, Andrew would definitely get bit. Yeah, but that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Sure, Gladys. Did I mention that I really like your new haircut, by the way? I'd go down there with, if Maggie was watching me, I'd go down there no rope. No problem.
You know what? He earned major brownie points with her when he comes out and is tied around it. You know,
Yeah.
like
Okay?
Yeah, doing
Are
great.
you fucking with that?
yeah,
You
you like
do
that,
that.
Maggie? Like this is a great situation too.
Yeah.
He just spit. See that?
Even the little scenes in this episode are like much more interesting than the others.
Yeah. But it's like you said, I wouldn't be doing this because that's water's shit anyway. Oh my god, Shane fell over.
See how quick Shane was to react there while everyone else was just sat there?
See, wait down for Shane. You know
Yeah.
Shane's gonna get the job done.
Meanwhile, where's Rick?
Fucking looking at a viewpoint. somewhere.
Yeah. The masculine urge, just like exploring shit. It was nothing better than as a kid finding an abandoned building to like go in. Potentially like die.
Yeah, there was always a fear, especially if you went to the second floor of one, that you'd fall through and die.
There was always like drug paraphernalia in them as well. And
Yeah.
always, this is weird. I don't know if this was exclusive to our community. There was always used condoms everywhere.
Yeah. Or I went to one once and there was a door you couldn't get into, but in the door you could see like a red lights were in there. Fuck.
Or do you remember the old priest house by the GA pitch here?
Yeah.
If you went in there, pornography on the walls. But then that house got flooded out of it because for some reason the water was still running.
Someone
And
else
I know
touched
who
it.
did it.
Who was it? Oh my
They flooded it
god.
up and then the roof caved in.
Oh my god.
they-
I mean, to be fair, of all the people I could have guessed, it would have been them too.
They clogged all the taps and stuff and they put them all on and then it flooded out the house and then the roof caved in. They got a horsey.
Watch out, dog!
See his spinal cord. Or its spine even.
Feel off as well.
Yeah. Might be a good idea.
See, because Maggie hasn't seen that shit happen before.
No, so just put 'em in the
Because they'd be
barn.
putting them in the barn.
Stay here. We will come every day.
We'll come again tomorrow.
That's what the sign says, Andrea.
You never know, Carol.
Don't dismiss Shane like that, though.
Shane was right. They found her. And who found her? All this Daryl going around doing his
My
thing.
boy Shane found them.
Yeah.
I'm not in a very patient frame of mind these days.
Yeah.
Herschel?
Oh, we know.
But Herschel said you're not at Carrigan, so you're not going to get that anyway.
About you off and yourself.
She just doesn't listen to anybody.
No.
She's a fucking arsehole. Like.
Imagine the first time Andrea then gets a gun here. What does she do?
To use your
Yeah.
instinct.
She nearly blows Daryl's brains
Yeah.
out.
Getting there.
Look at her. She's getting all hot for him then.
Yeah, she didn't hear a word he said. Is
Yeah.
that a baseball bat?
It's the one she took out when she came in like Zorro that time, remember?
I do on my own.
Foreshadow?
Solo.
Glenn's right there.
Sort of my thing, you know?
Oh!
Alright?
Fine.
Among Us? Is that the imposter?
He's good because he's picking up the most random things because he has no
Yeah.
idea what he's looking for.
What you got?
Nothing, just. I said general stuff.
Condoms. You got a girlfriend I don't know about?
Oh man.
Me? No. 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 I wasn't. I would never.
Something wrong with me?
No. No, I would.
I'd be
never had
stuttering like a fucking. I don't know what.
You'd
like
be
that
literally
too.
like
Yeah,
that.
I'd be. No, leave the hat on. Imagine Glenn said, leave the hat on, leave the hat on. This is the most horror I've seen in this show so far. Can't put that on TikTok. Whoa. Far out. Just bang a sweat off him because he hasn't showered since I got there.
You need to reconsider.
What do I?
Believe. If you believe anything, believe that.
I like it. Use his
Put me on the spot.
belief system to.
Against him, yeah.
That's what that Catholic Church is based off.
To be fair, even if he doesn't let them stay and they just say anyway, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do
Or he
about
can
it?
chain the police.
You gonna shoot us with your no guns rule, dickhead?
Yeah.
Bang! Now it's our farm.
Yeah.
The police take by force, and we've got 2 police officers here.
Yeah.
Just everyone else is out, like clearing out the wells, going on
Car's sleeping.
supply runs, and teaching them shit. This guy, yeah, he's just sleeping. Oh, look at him delighted with himself.
Look at him.
Look at him.
It was good.
It was a one-time thing. Nothing happened.
Oh.
I think Big Hirsch knows. He's not an idiot. Like.
Yeah. Probably smelled off her. God, yeah, put it in a bag for her and all. Laurie putting another person in a situation that they don't want to be involved in against their will.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The most unnecessary little lamp I've ever seen in the show. That's so well written.
It's a good story, yeah.
So well written.
Next day,
Surely it has to be true as well, no?
But that's what I'm saying. Like whoever wrote it knew all this and it taught it to be significant to the story in such a good way. That I think that's really good.
I think it's cool as well that it was Daryl the one who did it as well.
Yeah, they show how kind of smart he actually is too. That he knows these kind of things.
And that he's caring because he did it
Yeah.
for Carol to give her hope.
But he's incredibly like caring towards Carol.
Yeah.
He was so soft when he was trying to find Sophia. We pointed that out in the last episode. And things like this.
Yeah.
And he couldn't like stand hearing her cry in the night he went out
Yeah.
looking for Sophia for her and stuff. Very, very good. And I wonder why. Does he kind of see something maybe in his own mother in her in a way or something maybe
yeah.
or
And then they both went through like abuse too, so
exactly like,
Yeah.
an abused mother. Maybe his dad was like that towards his mother and he kind of sees that and
yeah.
it's very interesting.
Hey, Dad.
What? Go back to sleep. Never takes it off then.
I know.
The hat's stinking, I'd say.
Mom told me.
Oh, of course she did.
Make me look to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Laurie. She didn't have to mention that before she left.
No.
We've both been shot.
Yeah, but
Well, Carol.
both fucking dumbasses.
Yeah, I think your mother would rather hear we got the same eyes. So let's keep that between us.
Well, it's not like it's a secret, Rick.
Yeah, yeah.
Rick must have some small head that this fits him.
You probably adjust it, no? It's pretty big on him as well. Also, he can't lay down because it's like...
Yeah.
It's
Stay
bad.
up.
Maybe you'll let me borrow it from time to time.
Never
Sure.
see Rick wearing it ever again.
Yeah, so you can continue to play dress up.
Yeah. Although he puts away the dress up now, doesn't he? About fucking time. Like, permanently puts it away.
And he's getting a good whiff now with that hat.
Yeah.
Ah.
I wonder what made him. What was the switch up here?
Maybe he was like, I'm cringe as fuck right now, aren't I? Going around playing police officer. Me?
You take it from
Me?
Putting them away.
No.
What does it look
I
like?
just put it in there for a laugh. I'm gonna take him out in a second. God.
They're still there.
I know.
They're making it this big thing, but I just don't understand why he continued to wear it. Or why he decided to stop.
Yeah, what made him stop wearing it?
Maybe like people in the camp were kind of like when you walk by, you'd be like,
Yeah, he
they
noticed
kind of
Herschel
look
kept
to each
being
other
like,
like, yeah.
"You wearing that for?"
Yeah, maybe Herschel and them were like, what the fuck is he wearing that for?
Yeah.
Just walk right by where everybody's at.
And when you go around the back, like Nosy Dale's in there, like no way he
Yeah.
didn't spot her.
He'd probably smell the piss, knowing that cunt.
Probably knew she was gonna take a piss and wanted to go follow her because he's a creep.
Yeah. Right in the middle of the field. Right in the middle. Not go over by the tree line.
It never really showed what Glenn was getting.
But it said clear blue, and that's a pretty big brand in America, no?
Did it say clear blue on the box?
Yeah, it said something blue. Because I was kind of like thinking when I seen it, I was like, how the fuck does Glenn... Well, like, what did she write that Glenn was unclear about?
She must write clear blue. You just know the brand. Also,
But even still, like, what age is he, like?
it does not happen that quickly. You have to wait a few minutes.
Yeah. Maybe she's so pregnant.
It's just like Judith Grimes is in her tum tum right now.
Do you think, like, her, like, the other way, her and Rick were doing it in the tent when Cara was there at the time, and it's like, what if they never actually did? It's just like, how the fuck are you pregnant?
Yeah.
Type shit. Right, there we go. Episode 3, season 2. That, I'm just going to say, that felt like a little bit more of a filler episode. We've had kind of what we've described as 2 filler episodes, and we say this is the best season in the series. 2 episodes have felt like filler so far. Now it's going to get fucking good now.
Shane's in this villain era.
Yeah.
I can already see the picture for the next episode, and I know it's a good part of the episode.
No, it's a banger, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of excited for that. I think we just had to get through Carl waking up.
Yeah, there was a lot of like cutting back to that and like...
What was annoying about it is like nothing has changed. You're still talking about the same thing. We get it. He's still asleep. He still needs the operation.
But I don't know whether it's because we've seen the show before.
We're
so
too
it's
excited.
like... Yeah, we're just like, no, let's get to the good stuff. Whereas maybe if you're watching this for the first time, it's like you're kind of maybe interested in what Laurie and Rick are doing.
True.
And then the Andrea thing. But that's the thing though. Like, Andrea and Laurie are incredibly unlikable characters. So every time it cuts back to them at the RV or them in the room with Coral, I don't fucking care. Give me Shane. He is... That's the thing. As good as everybody else can be in the show, Shane is just the best.
He is the best.
His scenes are the best. His performance as an actor is the best. Everything about him. The most interesting character the show has ever had.
His story is good.
His story is great. Like
I thought that whole cutting back to like the Andrea and Dale thing, I thought that was a bit stupid. Like the whole thing with like Daryl and Andrea in the woods that had a bit of relevance because it was him trying to prove to her as well that like, so do you want to die still? Like, are you gonna be stopping giving it about that? Whereas this way he kept cutting back to Dale being all worried about her. I'm like, why are we seeing this? Like,
and it would cut back to him, and for like 50% of the cut back to Dale, it would be him.
Yeah.
Looking at nothing, like fucking like what a waste of time. Like they could have done a lot more with Andrea and Daryl. I think they could have had a more interesting moment of sorts. Like the thing with the Hanging Walker, I guess, was interesting because it's like, oh, you want to live now or what? But
I mean, you get to hear a bit more of Daryl's life pre-apocalypse.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't have a very caring family.
Famalam. But like, yeah, like when anytime we would come back to Shane, I'm like, yes, let's go.
Yeah.
It's exciting. There's something happening here. Everyone else sat around picking daisies.
Yeah.
He's out doing it.
Shane was the most entertaining of the episode that we just watched.
As usual.
Yeah.
As per usual.
Like, as much as I hate watching what happens to Otis. I don't like watching that. It makes me feel really sad and I feel really awful watching it. But I know like it had to happen for him to get back to Cara. I understand that. I just hate how it happens and it's very upsetting to watch. But
I wonder from a writing and directive perspective when they were making it, did they see that as a thing where it's like this is going to get people to not like Shane. And then he's going to shave his head and he's going to become the villain. He's going to be the villain for that season. Whereas, like, when you actually, like, watch it with some common sense, you'll realize he did the right thing and he can't be a villain for what he did because he saved Coral's life and he did what he had to do to survive.
I do think it is what it was, the moment in the show that is to kind of make you turn against Shane more.
Yeah, but I think that's a mistake. I think they didn't respect the intelligence of the viewer enough in trying to do it like that, I think.
Because if he wouldn't have done that, if Cara wouldn't have got saved?
Cara wouldn't have got saved, and then...
Or they both could have died.
They both definitely would have died, in my opinion.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I suppose it's as well as the first time someone's killed a human being in the show, kind of, like...
Is that right?
I mean, in a way that's kind of like
the sacrificial lamb, like they
yeah. Like it's not like, yeah, and it's obviously the first time Shane's ever killed a human being like that. Not as like maybe he's killed someone as a policeman in like a fight. I don't know, but
that's the thing. You cast your mind back to when the camp got overrun. It's like, we don't kill the living.
Yeah, and then he just killed Otis.
And then, but that's the thing. You are going to have to kill the living to survive at some point in this new world, which we see.
Rick.
And then they get into a big argument about it later in the season about Randall. Rick is in favor of killing him, and then Dale changes his mind. But again, we say it a million times, and I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face. Shane was ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
Rick wouldn't have done that there.
No.
Shane was ahead of the curve. He was killing humans first, and he was doing what had to be done before everybody else.
Yeah, and he just had better tactics compared to Rick. Rick didn't really know what he was doing half the time, like, I feel like.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, Rick does eventually become...
Yeah, he eventually becomes cool as a leader and he knows what he's doing and stuff like that. But then...
Yeah.
I don't know if everyone's like this or it's just because we like Shane so much, but every time like there's something happening in The Walking Dead, I can't help but think, what would happen if Shane was here?
Yeah.
Like, what would Shane have done with the governor? What would he have done with Negan? Do you know what I mean?
Shane would have stood on business. The one thing I think, and I don't know whether I feel like there's a lot of attempts from the writers to make you hate Shane. The Laurie thing back at the CDC, that's the big one.
Oh yeah.
But in my opinion, that's the one bad
that's
thing.
That's the unexcusable bad thing.
That's the one kind of thing that you could kind of hold your hands up and go, yeah, he's wrong. But
he even admits he was wrong.
Yeah.
He still did it, but
then like the whole Otis thing, it's like, yeah, like, you know, it's not a nice thing to kill someone, but
it's not a nice situation to have
kill or be
happened.
killed, you know?
Yeah.
So
and you know what? He said sorry before it happened, so
yeah.
It's okay.
Good guy. Really good guy. You know, I didn't just do it and then, no, I'm really sorry I have to do this, mate.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're a nice guy when you're not shooting kids in the chest, but gotta do what you gotta do, Cole.
She shot kids in the chest, so maybe he's not such a nice guy.
But then, like, do you think... we can talk about this more at the time, but I'll say it now. Do you think... Had Shane not fell in love with Laurie and had this whole friction with Rick, do you think Rick and him would have set their differences aside a lot easier later on in this season? And they wouldn't have had to try and kill each other? And then they could have worked together?
But
I think the whole Laurie thing fucked everything up.
I think Laurie is what ruined Shane.
Yeah.
Because how much he loved Laurie is what made Shane kind of a bad guy because...
And then it kind of made Rick resent him a little bit too because he knew what was going on. But yeah, that's what I was saying before, the CDC thing. I think that Otis thing was an attempt, but when you look at it with some common sense, that's...
Makes sense.
It's not. And then... Yeah, like from this point on, they very slowly, until they really put the accelerator down on it, make Shane the bad guy for the rest of the season. Even though they make him the bad guy to propel Rick, but he's not actually being a bad guy. Because again, we'll get to this also, I'm getting ahead of myself again. But when he wants to kill Randall, or whatever that guy's name was,
Randall, yeah.
that is the correct thing to do. Yeah. He's so, honestly.
And then even when they tried the thing about... they just go and leave him somewhere, and then the second they found out that he knew Maggie, immediately should be back on the side. Yeah. We need to kill this guy then.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people on TikTok say, you know the group that Daryl ends up with in season 5? And they claim things.
Yeah.
People are like, what if they were, if that's the gang, and like, we don't know that they did awful things. So what if that was the gang Randall was it, and they all showed up at the farm? What would Dale be saying then?
But I think that's a common theme throughout this series, from what I know, right? Everything is always going fine until Rick shows up. I think as Rick's meant to be the good guy and blah, 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 Rick puts people in danger with his decisions and the things he does. Alexandria, that place, was a fucking marvelous place before Rick and the crew showed up.
Years.
Yeah, Rick shows up. Shit. Fucked. The whole thing.
Herschel was just fucking living his life on his farm. Rick turns up.
Fucked it up. They were grand in that camp before Rick showed up.
They were
in season 1.
They were fine.
Like, the amount of people, like, whereas, like, you know, Shane didn't, nobody died in the group when Shane was in charge. Rick's in charge. We're dropping like flies.
Prison, when he stopped being a farmer, was that when it started going to shit again?
Yeah. Yeah, he started to lose his mind. Like, Laurie just be making men lose their minds.
Laurie just be annoying everyone.
I think she's low-key manipulative how she does this to people, because it must be it. She's
It's
not
like-
nice.
We got
It's
to
not
see Laurie contradicting herself again this
I get
episode.
enough.
What was it that happened again? Oh, she didn't want to die, and she thought Rick was wrong for saying they're all going to die eventually, but then she was saying, oh, maybe Carl should die, because...
Yeah.
Which is mega weird.
This whole episode, Andrea contradicting herself, or Laurie contradicting herself again. Andrea being annoying as fuck. The bear shits in the woods.
Shane getting shit done as well.
Shane getting it done, yeah. Rick just sitting around, like,
Moping. He was also, I suppose he was giving blood, but that's besides the point. We did get to see a bit of Maggie and Glenn.
Oh, that's another thing we didn't talk about that. Yeah, I guess that's kind of the seed planted for this. And
Yeah, which I didn't know. I thought it was a very, like, I didn't know that they were, like, they liked each other that quickly. Like, it's kind of obvious they kind of, like each other.
I think Glenn did the first time he seen her, and then I think she seen him pull up in the
car,
whip
and she was
area,
like-
and she was like,
Mm.
like, get some of that.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get to that too? But it's like, do you think she like kind of wanted a little one-off thing, like, woo-hoo, and then
Yeah. It's like Apocalypse, you don't see much people, you know? So
yeah,
she's probably like,
she got hers, and then like,
you already got yours. Sorry.
if Glenn wasn't so kind of, I like kind of actually low-key fuck with you in the long term. Actually,
She was like, okay.
want to go to the chemist again, or
I was
some
like, I mean, I
shit,
don't
or-
got her. I don't got much options, so maybe yeah.
guess that Shane guy's kind of evil. I guess, you know.
Rick's married, so
Sell for you.
Daryl, what's he up to?
And
over
T
there?
Dog's arm is all disgusting. I don't want that around me.
And Dale.
Yeah. Creeping on. He likes blondes anyway, apparently.
Oh yeah, true. Actually,
God, don't let fucking
Beth near him.
Beth near him. Jesus.
I think that's so weird. They just don't even. You haven't seen her at all. You see her in the background for 2 seconds.
She was on the fridge and she was in the background when Herschel stepped out on the deck for the first time. That's it. And then I believe when we rewatched this a while before, we pointed out the fact that she like doesn't speak at all for like a long time.
No, she's.
And
not.
then when she does, it's little things, and then suddenly she's a character.
She has like 2 full episodes about her only in the hospital.
I'd rather go to a real hospital and watch the hospital episodes of this. But yeah, we move on to episode 4. Cut from here. We'll cut to our discussion of episode 4. We're about to start watching episode 4, and I see Maggie with that short hair and that cowboy hat in the thumbnail is, and I'm fucking excited. See you in part 2 for episode 4. Thumbnail. So there you go. More happened in that episode.
That was a better episode, yeah. Not saying the last episode was shit, but there was a bit more action.
That was a good. That was an enjoyable episode, I would say, compared to the others. But it wasn't like one of the big ones. But it was like, yeah, there's some stuff happened there. So like, what happened? Otis buried.
Otis buried. The well.
Oh well.
Pharmacy trip. Rick taking off his uniform.
Okay, so we'll start with that. What the fuck was that all about?
Yeah, what was the switch up? Did we miss something? Were we talking over him saying something, or what? But why did he why did he change his mind and now doesn't want to wear his police uniform
I'm
anymore?
gonna Google it after.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued actually.
You used to actually. Do you know what? I'm gonna Google it right now. You start talking about what you think.
But why did he took it off?
Yeah.
Because I was kind of thinking, was when he like started kept wearing it when he first got there. Was it because he still didn't realize how fucked the world had gotten, and now he's lived it more and he's like, oh, the world's gone to shit. Why am I still wearing my police outfit? I don't really have another theory as to why.
Here we go. Quora, or however you pronounce this website. And we'll even put it up on the screen here, even though you can't really be able to see it. Why did Rick Grimes stop wearing his uniform after some time in The Walking Dead? And he put it off.
Why did he wear it?
And if he put it off anyway, why did he wear it at all? Initially, one would believe he wore it during the earlier days of the outbreak in order to get people to trust him and have someone to turn to, a protector of sorts.
Good.
What a dickhead.
Manipulated Shane right out of the leader role right there.
I would think at some point along the line he just lost the majority of his possessions. Multiple occasions he and the others retreated with little more than clothes on their backs, especially after the farm, which if I'm recalling correctly was the last time I can remember him wearing it while it was covered in Carl's blood.
No.
Maybe that's why.
Well, because it's not covered anymore, though they washed it out.
Same thing when it wasn't washed out when he was talking to Herschel, there was blood on it.
Was there?
Yeah. So maybe that's why. Same thing when they were retreated from the prison, and if it's somehow or to still be in possession after that, it was most likely lost in flames when the Saviors bombed.
He did not bring that from the farm.
Yeah, that's... His gun belt had his holster and speed loaders on it. A duty belt is not only thick but wide, much more so than a regular belt. If I put my own holster and mag pouch on a regular belt, it would be sloppy fit and would likely slide down. This would also make it harder to draw since the whole... But he doesn't need to wear the shirt though, does he?
No.
At some point, it became too soiled and tattered to be impressive. People would no longer defer to him because he wore it and become a liability. Then he took it off in favour of practical clothes. He may have removed it because he gave up his role as police officer, public protection in favour of leader of a specific group.
Rick Grimes returns to The Walking Dead. He leaves? What?
He starts to see himself more as a survivor rather than a law enforcement officer. However, in the early season, Rick wears his uniform as a symbol of his commitment to upholding the law and order, as well as a reminder of his life before the zombie outbreak. That's kind of fair enough.
It has to be as symbolic as it was, though.
It would have to. There'd have to be a reason for it. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put it in this. They wouldn't have made a big deal about him putting it in, and then Laurie coming to him like, "You're putting it away."
So it could just be end of an era for him.
Yeah, I kind of like what they were saying there about like maybe it has something to do with the fact, like, I think this is maybe the first time that Rick has accepted the new world properly.
Yeah.
He's kind of talked about it and like, you don't know what's like out there, blah blah. And we see later on that Dale has a tough time moving on to the new world. The old world's gone. And maybe that's Rick accepting it. And maybe it kind of is all coming to him a bit too much in this episode, and the fact that maybe he potentially has realised what Shane has done.
Okay, yeah.
To save his son.
Yep.
And it's kind of like, this is how it is now. And then...
And there's nothing I can do about it, even if I wear my police uniform.
Yeah.
He's not a policeman anymore.
And then there's also maybe the other way people are going on about his like authoritative figure.
Yeah.
Maybe he kind of feels silly coming into somebody else's land and going around like he's a fucking
policeman and Herschel's
thing of authority and a leader. But yeah, I kind of think it's maybe to me it kind of feels like a thing. It's like, yeah, he's kind of accepting that things aren't the way they were before, even though he still in the next few episodes doesn't fully go there and realize it's the way. I think it takes to the end of the season before he realizes this is that.
It happens in
but I think
stages
this is the start. This is the first step. I think for me. I think.
And then going back to people like him realizing Shane.
Yeah. Do you think he knows?
I think, like, I always think like, oh, I love Shane. We all know this, but his story wasn't. He fucked up the story right at the end when he said like how he had the gun. He said that Otis had the gun. So maybe to like Herschel and all, they don't know we had Rick's gun, doesn't matter to them. But everyone within, so Rick definitely knows because he gave him the gun. And Daryl's too observant and switched on with stuff like that. He kind of fucked up his story right at the end, which I didn't think he would ever do because, you know, he's usually quite good.
But that's what I don't understand. He could have said anything. He could have said, Otis hurt his leg. They would never know.
He could have said that Otis jumped down off the thing to go get thing,
With him.
hurt his leg, fell dead. That's all we had. And then the zombies or walkers got on top of him. He didn't have to
Or they could have said, "Oh, I took a wrong turn, got a scratch, and then he gave me the gun. You go on." He sacrificed himself, kind of thing. I don't know. They could have done anything.
He could literally said he sacrificed himself for the boy because he felt bad for shooting him.
But like, Daryl knows that he's lying because he even says that later.
He says it, yeah. She goes to Dale's like, "How do you think he got the gun back?
Yeah.
Why did he have Otis's gun?"
I got dead guy's gun.
Yeah.
All this. Rick is a police officer. Now, I'm not saying police officers are great investigators. I think they're kind of idiots.
But he's a police officer and he knows Shane very well.
And also it's, you put two and together. He came back with Rick's gun that he gave to us. Now, and I think Daryl actually says this to Dale. It's like, Rick's not stupid. He knows.
Yeah.
When Daryl is saying he knows, I think Rick knows, and I think when it showed his face there when Shane was talking, I think Rick. And I think that's kind of the first step, and stuff's clicking with him. It's like, okay, I need to move on from this bullshit. Police officer. So yeah, that's what I think. Do you agree?
Yeah, I'm just glad it's finally fucking gone. I'm getting fed up with it. Like, he's left to see the hat on Carl, obviously, because he never takes that off.
But you know what? We make fun of Rick's uniform at least 2 or 3 times an episode. Yeah. That's a huge part of our content that's gone. Yeah, one of our running jokes is gone. So
we'll probably move on to Carl's hat now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's always the writers couldn't just get rid of it.
No.
They had to have something lingering around there.
Yeah, stupid ass hat. Fucking and then when sorry if it's a spoiler for anyone, when Carl dies, he gives it to Judith, and Judith still has the fucking hat.
Jesus. Oh, fuck spoilers, right?
Yeah.
People in our TikTok comments are like, are you watching for the first time, or is this like a second thing? And we're always, I know we've seen it before up until this point.
This isn't our first rodeo, guys.
Yeah, this is our first fucking trip around the sun. But the amount of people that will just openly go, "Oh, wait till you see what happens at the end with Sophia," or they'll just openly. It's like, what if we were watching this for the first time, dickhead?
Yeah, literally.
People would just so openly try to spoil things, which, like, to be fair, this show's old as fuck.
Yeah,
you can't really expect people to avoid spoiling something this old, but yeah, the less said about some of our TikTok comments.
The Herschel look to Maggie.
How could we forget?
Oh my god, that's huge.
Fire away, start off, kick us off.
Okay, so when they're talking about Sophia being missing, yeah, they're talking about where they're going to look for her, all this sort of stuff, and then Shane brings up the fact, what if she's bit? And Rick is like, you gotta do what you gotta do, and Maggie goes, what do we tell the mother? And then Rick is like, oh, we tell her the truth and all this sort of stuff. She looks at Herschel looks at her and goes,
and they kind of are like really kind of, it's not just like that she kind of goes to him like,
no, she looks at him like,
it's kind of like,
yeah,
I'm worried.
And Herschel says no. What's he saying no to? Yeah. I firmly believe Herschel and Maggie know Sophia is in that barn.
They know
right
she's
now.
100. It's not even a thing in my mind. I got into an argument with someone about this on TikTok before we had this podcast, and they were like, "Oh, how could they have known?" Herschel himself said that Otis must have put them there. Ever heard of a fucking lie, dickhead?
And also, if Herschel had put him in there, right, just say that did happen, you telling me he didn't come back to the house and was really upset that he'd found a little child walker and was, you know what I'm saying? He would have mentioned it to them. There's no way he wouldn't have. In my mind, there's no doubt. There's no way anyone would be able to convince me that they 100% knew she was in the barn. And this is why we want to do a one episode special for the barn episode, because there's a lot to talk about with this, and we're going to point it out. But there is stuff that happens in that scene that confirm what we're saying even further. Even Shane says that he thinks Herschel knows.
I think that you knew.
You knew.
And you knew about it's when Shane accused him. I think that's the episode after, so we're not going to get that in that episode, which kind of sucks.
Oh yeah, because it ends when.
But that's a good way to kick off.
Yeah. But I there's no one's gonna change my mind that Herschel knew.
Never. 100%.
Because why is he saying no? What's he nodding no to?
He's kind of like, we can't say this.
And they were also going on about telling Carol the truth. Maggie looks to Herschel. He says no. The truth would be we know your daughter's in our barn right now as a walker. That would be the truth.
But then it's why lie?
Because they don't want him to know their walkers are in the barn.
But why would that matter? Herschel wants him gone.
Herschel's a liar. And also, Herschel's going to get them to be gone and not tell them that Sophia's in the barn.
Yeah, and then he's hoping that he'll be able to cure these people eventually when there's a cure or whatever.
He'd have his child.
It's like, what's he going to do? Have Sophia there and like, I forgot to take your phone number, lads. Sorry.
Your mom was here, Sophia, but I
Yeah,
sent her on her way.
sent her
Really
on her
sorry about
way.
that. But yeah, I'm like fully convinced they knew. Maggie too, by the way.
Maggie.
I don't like
Does
Maggie.
she ever wear the cowboy hat again? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
One and done.
She
Just like apparently she said to Glenn, they're one and done now.
and then
Mustn't have been very good.
you have Laurie being preggers right at the end there.
Always something with her.
Yeah.
Always fucking something with her. She can never just like,
Also, it's also said a lot later on in the show that even Rick says, I know it's definitely Shane's. That Judith's definitely Shane's. How do they know? Because we've seen Rick and that he got back in the tent with Laurie. So obviously, do you know what I mean? Like, how do they know it's definitely Shane's? Timestamp wise or what?
Yeah, if you look at the timeline of events, right, which has been argued in our TikTok comment section by people who are 100, people will say such incorrect things so confidently with their chests.
Yeah.
And they're just talking complete shite.
And also what's annoying about it, it's a simple Google and the answer comes up.
And it doesn't even just come up, you have to search for it.
No.
It comes up in one of those sections at the top of Google. You know when like something's definite, it comes up.
It highlights it.
It
in
highlights
bold
it
writing.
in a big huge thing. Someone in our comment section on TikTok said that when Rick came out of the coma, he'd been in it for 3 to 4 months. Bull fucking shit.
No.
Because we talked about this before, it was kind of speculated that it was like a month or so. But the fucking writer of the show told the writer of Fear the Walking Dead that it was a month. Confirmed it. 4 to 5 weeks. But you still have people trying to tell us that we were wrong.
And they were all like, remember when Shane opens the truck and there's water? It's like, but it's the first time they've had water.
Yeah.
The whole time they've had no water.
We got some fucking clowns around here. But if you look at the kind of timeline of events, say that was 4 to 5 weeks.
How
then
long has passed since?
The camp and going back from Earl, that was like a day or two.
2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
Then they went to...
CDC was 1 night stay.
Yes, but how long did it take them to get there? Probably not long, so we'll say a week. But that's maximum. Might have been shorter.
Yeah.
So we'll for argument's sake, we'll say a week. So now we're up to let's say maximum 6 weeks, right? Then, but Rick has been back for let's say maximum 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Then CDC, they went back to the city, to the old folks' home.
Yeah, that can't be much in there.
So that would be the same. So say about a week and a half, we'll say.
Highway.
2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks in total.
Highway.
Then highway, and they've only been fucking around now for about 2 days.
So
2.5 weeks at the very max.
So realistically,
How long does it take for a pregnancy test to work?
I think it can happen pretty well. Once you're pregnant, you're pregnant.
Oh,
I don't really know, to be quite honest. I probably should know. I'm a female, but I don't know.
Because if it was like say 2 weeks, it wasn't like 6 weeks or something for it to come up. Like if it's instantaneous, like they do the deed.
I don't think
it
it's,
works.
I don't know if it's that
pregnant.
quick.
That's what I was thinking. But like, would it be 2.5 weeks? Say, because when Rick came back,
Yeah.
was there a time frame to now that was like that, or has Rick kind of went? That should come up after 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I've been back for 2.5. What's going on here? Is it Dale's?
Yeah, or maybe it's because Rick thinks it is Shane's because
It's obvious, and he definitely knows what's going on.
I'd love to know when he clocks the affair, though. I really want to know that because he just knows. I think it's funny as well. Do you know in like the kind of Rick is dying episode, like really later on in the show,
Oh yeah.
and then you get a flashback of all the old characters like Herschel's there and and it goes to Shane. And he's like, "How's my daughter? She got my eyes, doesn't she?" He's all like,
Does he say that?
Yeah, he like references it, and I thought that's so funny.
Rick's probably just like.
Yeah.
What else happens? Maggie and Glenn did it.
The well,
After-
which by the way we said in the episode, would not be drinking that regardless if I got to walk around or
not
not.
drinking that shit.
Stupid behaviour. But good scene though.
And then the Cherokee Rose, I think, is really well written,
That was really
interesting. Which, again, the writing in these first 2 seasons is incredible.
And considering Daryl isn't a character in the comics, it's so weird how much of an impact he has on the show as well.
That means that was off the dome. The writers of this TV series came up with that.
Yeah.
That's like really good.
Yeah. And I feel like that probably helps in how they develop Daryl because they can do whatever they want with him. So I think that's cool.
His character development throughout the series is the best.
Even since season 1 to now, look how much like we've seen a different side to Daryl. Like he's still like, oh, I'm better on my own, but he has you see his care inside through Carl and Sophia.
Would his character development throughout the series be the best, or would that be Rick's? From what Rick turns into later on, like badass Rick. But early on, I would say Daryl 100%.
Oh yeah, Daryl.
But then we'll see. Although he goes from a hard shell, hard man, blah blah, doesn't care to he starts to care about Carl. And then he really starts to care about Beth, looking out for her, and then she dies and it fucking destroys him.
Yeah, and then like nowadays, well not nowadays, over now, but in the show, like Late Show, he's literally the one who takes care of Judith when everyone's
And he's
gone.
the only one who continues to look for Rick.
Yeah, well,
Baron Michonne, but she finds him.
Yeah, Rick, how did...
I don't see Michonne going to Paris, France, trying to find Rick Grimes. If she really cared, she would.
Yeah.
She'd go to fucking
You seen the thing on? It's like
Ireland.
It's like Laurie when Rick's in a coma for like 3 months, cheats on him. Michonne looked for him for like 10 years.
Yeah. Shane immediately onto Laurie.
Onto the wife.
Daryl,
Paris.
Paris.
Somehow he got to Paris in the zombie apocalypse. That's how much that man cares about Rick.
Went across the Atlantic, huh?
That's pretty much.
Stan Shane. Rick can be alright sometimes. Daryl is the man. Fuck Andrea. Fuck Laurie.
And Herschel knows Sophia's in the barn.
Herschel knows. Maggie's cool with me. Stay cool.
Yeah.
What is this? Episode 5?
Episode 5.
Episode 5 in the books. In the pocket out of sight. Today is Thursday when this is released. See you next Thursday. Clips on TikTok as usual. Bang, bang, bang.
See you next week.
Stay cool. Boom, boom, boom.